right here at Penske. Just got the truck cleaned. Dude, this is the first time I cleaned this since I've been working at this job, and I've been here for like over 6 months. It's not bad. Nice and clean. Yes, sir. I'm headed back up to San Leandro. Right now we're at Penske in San Jose. Well, Santa Clara, San Jose, same shit. So, local truck driving. I've been doing it for a while now. And I've done over the road, I've done regional, what was that, dedicated? I've lived in a semi-truck, and then I've done local. Before I was doing this, I did a little bit of food service. So I'm gonna talk about local versus OTR trucking. And at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide which is better, All right, so one thing that I don't like about local trucking is the commute to work. When you're in the sleeper, you just get up and you go to the driver's seat. Well, what's his name? This Guy Trucks. Yeah, This Guy Trucks talked about that, and it totally didn't even cross my mind until he said it. Yeah, I'm spending gas money, maintenance, fucking up my car, putting miles on my shit to get to work. This is my lovely commute. I get to do it every day. So if you're doing OTR and you're living in the truck, at least you didn't spend the money in gas and maintenance and just put miles on your car that I do getting to work to go to my local truck driving job, right? So that's a plus for OTR. That could make it, that right there could make it better than local. Another thing about local is these jobs can be really hard to come by because everybody wants them. When you're OTR, that's when you job shop. If you're willing to stay out, if you're willing to do, especially something real complicated, heavy haul, it could probably get complicated, but no. It's really on the OTR side or regional or something where you stay out. People don't want to do that shit. So if you're okay with doing that, you're not going to have the problem that I have. I got this job at a temp agency, and the last job I got, the food service job I got, that was also from a temp agency. When I was OTR, I never got an OTR job through a temp agency. I got hired straight on with whatever company I was working for. So, the job opportunities, they're more available on the OTR side. It's obvious because people don't want to do OTR. OTR can suck, at least on this local job, just this straight truck that I'm driving, or even when I was doing food service and I was in the tractor trailer. At least on local, you go home and you sleep in a bed, and you're not sleeping in a truck that has an APU, or especially if it's idling and it's loud. Some people don't get good sleep in a truck that's idling. It's loud, especially when the engine regenerates itself. That could wake you up. When the Freightliner that I would sleep in would regen, it would wake me up. The Volvo was a little bit quieter, but that Freightliner, dude, that shit gets loud when it regenerates. So yeah, you sleep in your own bed. You don't got to worry about your broad getting taken care of by the UPS guy or the guy next door because you're not home. But when you go home, especially if you do food service, you're gonna want to eat, take a shower. Some of y'all are just funky. You just go straight to bed and just go straight to bed, you know, when you get off work, because you're gonna be really tired. This job that I got, it's just pallet drop. When I was doing food service, the job that I was at, it was a mixture of pallet drop and breaking down the pallet. We got a lift gate. You know, usually if I hit this toggle right here, this lift gate goes down. This was the first time that I operated a lift gate. I didn't even know how to work a lift gate when I first went local. I had to like teach myself because, you know, these lift gates are different. This one, it's just this little switch right here. But the other lift gate that I worked, there was like 3 switches and you had to like fuck with them to get the lift gate to operate. And I was stuck there for like an hour trying to figure it out. And my supervisor didn't even know how to figure it out. Because at that job, we had Penske's, we had rentals. So it wasn't like our own private fleet. You know, we had these rentals and like every lift gate was different. It was a fucking mess, dude. But then obviously I got the hang of it. And once I got the hang of it and I just started doing my job, that food service gig, it was pretty easy. I mean, I had to break down some heavy shit like meat pallets and all that, but I got hours, the pay was decent. But as far as like local and OTR goes, I mean, the cool thing about local is you get paid for everything that you do. When you're over the road, you give away a lot of free time, but there's give and takes for both, you know? You know, like for this, I gotta drive to work. I spend money on gas, put miles on my car. When I was OTR, like my man right there, I didn't do any of that shit. So it's up to you. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, truck driving is truck driving. It's more in demand on the OTR side. The local jobs, depending on where you're at, what market you're in, where in the country you're looking for a local job, it's gonna be popping or it's not gonna be popping. Here in the Bay, this local shit, it's not popping at all, dude. It's fucking dead out here, man. There's a misconception that you need to get OTR experience before you can go local. Certain jobs don't really get down like that. What happened is this, in 2020, a lot of people became truck drivers. A lot of people have CDLs now because during the lockdown, the rates were through the roof. People were making like $5 a mile moving freight. And then once we came out of lockdown and all the rates went down and people still had all these like truck payments, like all these owner operators, now everyone was like, well, shit. They sold off their truck, they got this CDL, and they're all looking for local work. So a company could say, oh, you don't need experience, but they have all these guys applying with experience, so why are they gonna hire you with no experience? So yeah, OTR, you're away from your family. Local, you're home with your family. You're working long hours, whether you're doing OTR or local. Local could be more physical than OTR. I mean, that's really all there is to it. It's not rocket science. I'm going back OTR, this local shit where I'm at. It just hasn't been working. But local versus OTR, at the end of the day, it's up to you. You can make money doing both.